Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me today. And I'm joined by two of my favorite people. We have Sister Benedicta and we have Sister Elizabeth from the Benedictine Daughters of the Divine Will to share on the Divine Will and more. Hello, sisters. How are you
Hello.
both?
Doing well, Carol. Thank you for having us
Oh,
on.
you're very welcome. I know you're over in Medjugorje right now. So what's happening out there? Are you on retreat?
We're on just a personal retreat here, and we're meeting a lot of people. The first day was really wonderful. We met three priests who read all the volumes of Luisa, and they love her. Yeah.
Three
So
priests. You
they were
hear that, friends? Three priests.
three priests. Yes. Yes, it was a beautiful, yeah, it was very nice, very encouraging.
Oh, it is indeed. Well, just on speaking about priests, the divine will is growing exponentially throughout the world. But at the same time, we've a little bit of pushback on it. Sisters, perhaps you can speak into this a little bit because the divine will, of course, has the approval of the magisterium of the church. We need to look to them, to the
Yeah.
church, right? So,
Yes.
for those people who may be a little bit unnerved by, certain things that have come out on the internet,
Yes.
there's really no need to be concerned, right?
No, there's no need to be concerned. We are Benedictines of the divine will. Our charism is the divine will. We are under a bishop. We have the sisters have three houses, and the monks have two houses. And we even have a house working with the Nunciatura in the Republic of San Marino. So we have the support of our bishops. The Diocese of Corrado, they have an association of Luisa Picareta, and they're the ones who had launched her cause. It started years ago. We have actually a document on our website if you'd like to look at it. It's under the newsletter section. You can find it, and it goes over all the process of what's been going on. The church has accepted it. Yes, her cause is put on pause, but not because of anything theological. There's nothing wrong with the writings theologically, and there's nothing wrong with her life. She lived a saintly life, and it's just the church feels like they're just putting a pause on it for right now. And
Yeah.
because there is confusion throughout different groups and things, so it's really, if anything, it's also a blessing, because you know what it does, Carol? People are talking about it.
That's it.
And then the priests are reading it, and they're reading it for themselves, so they can understand it. They want to
Yeah.
know what it is that the people are reading, or what
And
they're
yeah.
yeah,
And
what they're into.
over the last, I would say, year or so with Being Catholic Media, we have made sure that we bring on the right people to teach on the subject. We have tightened up in terms of what people really want to know on the divine will, particularly around church teaching, because when we read divine will, you can't but say that it is from God because it's so beautiful, it's so profound, isn't it, sisters? It's, you know, it, it really is the Lord directly speaking into our hearts, right?
It really is. And the thing is, Carol, some people get confused because of the mystical language.
Yes. Yes.
So if it's somebody maybe new to the faith and they're not familiar with mystical language, or they're not, I mean, if they would read the Song of Songs, they'd probably be scandalized. Or if they would read Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, they'd probably be
Yeah.
scandalized.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a mystical language. So
Yes.
it's realizing that it's the soul, Jesus speaking to the soul of Luisa. And it's pure, and even
Yes.
Luisa would say that the more that she interacted with the Lord, when she would receive a kiss from the Lord, she felt pure. She felt even more pure than ever. It was purity, itself. So yes, I think a lot of it is just confusion,
Yes,
not a
it is indeed.
misunderstanding.
And people, I will say this, you need to be ready to read the volumes. You need to be ready to hear the Lord because it does require, as we've said several times here, it requires that we are disposed to it and we're ready to receive because these are deeply theological writings that touch
Yeah.
the soul in a really great way. It
Yes.
impacts us in an even deeper way. Um, and in terms of your own life, sister, I know, tell us a little bit how divine will has impacted your own journey personally. Sister
Mhm.
Elizabeth, we'll start with you.
Okay. I just wanted to say, speaking of this, like maybe people can get confused, but only because of maybe sometimes different interpretations, and they don't see how much divine will is so rooted in the church. Like there's on the internet, the official communication of Bishop D'Ascenso. He's the Archbishop of Corato, of Trani Barletta Bisceglie, and he's in like very tight relations with the official association of Luisa Picaretta. And in this official communication, he really explains very detailed and very clear that it is allowed, and also he encourages to read the divine will, and also always like together, with the catechism of the Catholic Church and the sacred scriptures. And he also encourages different divine will groups in the world to get in touch, to get in communion with the official association of Luisa Picaretta and Corato, like to make stronger relations, like a divine will family in the world.
Yes,
So it's
yes.
like a kind of like a net of light.
Yes.
So
And it's amazing how all divine will people are really networking now, more so than ever before.
yes,
But
yes,
again, I go back to the question that I asked about
yes,
how it
yes, yes,
affects us
sorry.
personally. You know,
Yes.
it really brings your spiritual life to a whole new level, sisters, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing is what happened just today. It's not a coincidence. Like well, after going to the Blue Cross in Medjugorje, and then Holy Mass, and then we went to lunch just across the church, and there we met a girl from China that was the girl who first introduced me to divine will.
Wow.
Years ago. So,
A
I mean,
Chinese lady.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
wow.
it was a girl that I met in Čenakolo in Medjugorje. So, and it was really like Lord showing me, like in divine will, nothing is coincidence. Like it's really amazing. Through the booklet, white booklet of Tony Hickey
Tony
that she
Hickey's,
got
yeah.
through Kathy, and that's how I got to know about the first time about divine will, and it completely changed my life. I was in a Chanakala community, so we didn't have internet. I couldn't look it up, and it just happened so that my confessor there, his family is from Corato.
Wow.
So,
I know
so
you
his
couldn't make it
grandma,
up. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, his grandma personally knew Lisa. you know I mean,
Yes.
it's yes. And this priest now, Don Vincenzo, he's a confessor here in Medjugorje, so it's just everything so connected,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
just
It
just so
illuminates
connected.
your faith life, right? It illuminates everything you see, the whole of
Yeah,
creation and so forth, doesn't it?
yes, yes. I was just, when I first started reading it, like I first got this introductory booklet, uh, like everything changed the way I was looking
Mhm.
at the world. I thought this is the best thing ever. Is that true? And of course, I asked opinion of this my confessor. As I said, of course, he said Luisa is a saint. I strongly encourage you to read this. And then
Yes.
slowly, I started reading it, and then encouraged my parents to read it. And now they have a group in Croatia, guided by a priest, and like many Croatian people know about it, even Franciscans here in
Yes.
Medjugorje. So it's just growing unbelievably. So
It's
so
phenomenal. Yeah.
through struggles and through obstacles, but like Jesus uses everything, for our own good, to bring
Yes.
about his kingdom. And his kingdom of divine will on earth, uh like he says in the sacred scriptures, you won't be able to say like it's here or it's there. It's really
Yeah.
among us. The kingdom
Yeah.
of God is among us. It's present, physically in each of us, striving to live in the divine will. But
Yes.
the very important thing is purification, like That's the
That's the bit.
the
Yeah. Yeah. We all are striving for that purification. Friends, I just want to say that the internet is not so great in Medjugorje. The sound can fade in and out, but this is due to technical problems. We can do nothing about that. Again, Sister Benedicta, speak into that a bit, how, the faith is elevated to a whole new level in divine will, right? Even our suffering, we can resign ourselves to, because that's what the Lord requires us. So obedience, resignation, and humility, he tells us in the volumes. But it teaches us, I guess, to resign, I guess, be resigned to some of the things in our lives that we may not be happy with, or are suffering. We learn to accept things in a greater way. That's the one thing that I have learned, and I'm still continuing to learn, friends, right? It does. It helps us, like, in that particular area.
It's true. And, he even mentioned it in the scriptures. He says, give thanks and praise to God in all
In
things,
all things.
And so, and if we've been reading Job, where so it's a divine will is living the gospel and asking Jesus to do it in you.
Yes.
So it's accepting the crosses, it's accepting the tribulation, and trusting that God is going to use it for good,
Yes.
and asking him to do it in you, to suffer in you, because you're walking with him. He wants to be a part of every aspect of our lives. He loves us so much. He wants to be one with us, so, and that's for all of us. He's calling for that union for everybody. This is what we were really created to be. This is who we truly are.
Yes, he's taking us back to how it's supposed to be. How exciting.
Yeah.
And if we look outside now, the political world is a total disarray. The world is a total disarray. It's a circus. That's how I'd only describe it. And yet we have this gift that's penetrating. It's almost like darkness against the light, right? We are witnessing the birth of this gift really taking hold in our world, right?
Yes. Yes. And it's it's really, and it's the key is, Carol, it's not us, it's Jesus.
Yes.
It's not, all we have to do is say, give our fiats, like you said, be abandoned, be resigned, accept the things that come, and be great. Look, and don't beat yourself over the head for having an ice cream, or something like that. Enjoy life. The Lord wants you to enjoy your life.
I take it you like ice cream, sister.
We do. I think it's part of our charisma.
I know, you become, as well as that, you become so self-aware. It's the greatest counseling tool in the world. It really, really is. If you really are in divine will, you don't need to be going to a counselor or psychiatrist, because the Lord will really tell you,
Yes.
what needs to be done in your life, But also, I'm super excited because more, as you said, more priests are getting involved, as you say. And that really, really excites me, because, that's what we need, right?
Yes, and the Lord tells Luisa that he's going to give the priest the grace, to launch this, so we want priests to read it. So this is a good thing, that people, we're bringing attention to it, because now priests are saying, well, let me read this. What's going on here? Because, and that's why there's already confusion. So there's, cardinals against cardinals, bishops against bishops, so now they're wanting to read themselves. Okay, let me see. But you see, if we follow what the church says, if we listen to the church, what does the church say? The church has already given its approval, So, but when you were asking Sister about the how it affected her, I just wanted to share it, because I was thinking about how I was introduced to it. I was introduced to it through a sister. She was giving a class on a Bible class. This was before I entered with the monastery, and she was giving a class on the Bible. So my sister and I, my blood sister, we went to this course, and so the first half was the Bible, and the second half was introducing divine will. And we started reading from the volumes, Luisa. So I was thinking it's just another devotion. I was very open to it, it was like, but the relationship between Jesus and Luisa touched me, because Jesus became more real, like it was personal. Seeing the interaction of that relationship, You see how
Yeah.
he was hurt by things and by his, you know, it was so beautiful. It made me realize I can have that relationship with Jesus too. He
Yeah.
wants to have that kind of relationship with me too, you
Yeah.
know, and that's what makes it more personal. And you fall more and more in love with the Lord by seeing his interaction with Louisa.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
with
you know,
that,
yeah, the divine will, I think, is our greatest hope. The Lord is our greatest hope. But
Yes.
when you enter into divine will, it is our greatest hope because nothing surpasses it, really. You know, it really is phenomenal, and how blessed we are, and to have you sisters as well in this wonderful order dedicated to this. And I know, sisters, you have a new novice. Is that right? You have a new. Tell us about this, Sister Maria. Did I get her name right?
Mary Faustina?
yeah,
Yes.
Mary, Sister Mary Faustina, but we call her Sister Mary because we already have
Oh,
a
Sister
Faustina.
Mary. Excuse me.
Yes, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
How
sorry.
exciting is this? Because she has been online doing her podcast on divine will, and my goodness, is she on fire with it? So
And
share a
she's-
little bit. Share a little about this
Well,
new
I don't,
person who's joining your order.
we don't live there in America,
Yeah.
but I can tell you that, you know, from what I've seen and she's got a gift. She
Oh,
loves
she
it.
does indeed. She
And
loves
she's
it.
a good teacher, you know. So yeah, she's entered our order. She's now a postulant. So
Postulant.
pray for her.
We will, of course.
And you know, and we'll see how things go. She looked very happy. We saw her the other day. We zoomed with the sisters. We have community meetings, and no, she looked very happy. She looked very good. Yes.
They're all from 20 to 25, right?
Yes, they're very young. Yes.
they're young
How
persons.
fantastic. And please, God, will have more vocations to your order. So look, what are you doing right now? You're going to be doing a number of retreats. Share with us about, of course, how people do read Sisters' newsletter. You can get it on the Benedictine Daughters of Divine Will. We put all the links underneath this video in the description. So share what you're up to. You've got a newsletter as well. People can donate to your order as well if they wish to. So share more about what you're up to right now, your retreats, etc.
Okay, so in English, there is a retreat that we're not giving, but it is a divine will retreat, and some of the sisters will be on this retreat. It's going to be in Garabandal, and after that, they're going to Medjugorje. It's going to be on from September 19th through the 26th of this year. And the flyer, you can find it on our website, which is Benedictine Daughters of divinewill.org,
Yeah.
I believe.
And we'll put the link in.
Okay. And so the Daughters of Divine Will. And then so you'll find the flyer there and you can sign up. And like I said, there will be a few sisters. There'll be 3 sisters, I think, on that trip.
Yes.
And then in Italian, we have a retreat at the end of August.
1st of August. Yes.
Of August, it's going to be in Carpena. The monks are putting it together, and the sisters, I think Sister Francesca's giving a talk.
So where
and
is that happening again? Because your sound went there.
Yes, it's going to be in Italian in Carpena at the monastery of the monks.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, look, I'll put all these links into the description, as we said. Thank you for joining me today. I know you both have a hectic schedule over there in Medjugorje. It's so wonderful to see you both. You are such a joy to me. I cannot tell you. And I will say, friends, I met the sisters when I was out in retreat in Garabandal. They are as beautiful in person as they are on screen. So I consider you friends of myself and of Being Catholic Media. Have a great time there. Don't eat too much ice cream, mother. Or, excuse me, sister. It's not good for you. By the way, what's your favorite flavor?
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Salted caramel.
Oh, who doesn't like salted caramel? Oh my goodness. How about you, Sister Benedict? Chocolate. Oh, I can see you being a chocolate girl, all right? Say no more. Anyway, girls, have a blessed time there. We'll touch base again. Thank you for watching. Until next time. And remember, friends watching, you have nothing to fear in the divine will. It has church approval. So that's it. End of story. Okay, girls, thank you. Until next time, friends.
God
Bye-bye.
bless you.
God bless you, everyone.